When you play the Game of Thrones,
Subscribe and like.
you die. There is no middle ground.
All right, welcome back to the Grease Goblins YouTube channel. Today's video, we are going to be talking about, is there a secret kind of pact between Euron and the Faceless Men? There's been a lot of information in terms of Balon's death and the speculation that goes on there that leads me to kind of wonder about the future connections we're going to have with Euron Greyjoy and also Jaqen, who is in Old Town as of right now, playing the part of Pate. Is there going to be some sort of connection between the two? I have been somebody that has wondered and struggled to understand how we're going to see all these different plot lines that are going on in Old Town kind of connect. Because Samwell is our POV right now in Old Town. We have Euron being the POV of Euron, but I don't think he's going to survive much longer. So what if the Faceless Men plot and the Euron plot are actually connected? And what if that's kind of the reason that Euron's even going to Old Town is for a specific reason? So let's backtrack a little bit. I want to see, where do we have this connection that we can look at with the Faceless Men and Euron? So when we go to Balon's death, it very much seems to be orchestrated. Euron's in exile and then arrives basically as soon as Balon dies. That would indicate that Euron knew Balon was going to die. But let's go a little bit further. I made a video in the past, a couple, I think, weeks ago, about the Ghost of Highheart. Now, they're a character that predicts a lot of things very accurately. Things like the Red Wedding, for instance, or, in this case, the one we're going to talk about, Balon's death. It's almost exactly the way it goes down. Talking about this swaying bridge and this man that has no real face with like a Euron's like crow on his shoulder. That seems very suspicious, right? Because we're told that Balon fell off of a swaying bridge, but Asha very much counters this, thinking Euron was behind it, which is very, very likely. And so I look at this and I go, okay, well then how did the Faceless Men get paid? Balon was a king. This had to have been a very large gift. Now, what I think makes a lot of sense that has been presented in the community by a number of different theorists is the idea that we're told that Euron got a dragon egg, but then threw it into the sea. That makes no sense to me. Even if Euron was in a rage, Euron understood the value of something like a dragon egg specifically. Think about how valuable they are. Viserys tries to steal, Daenerys' dragon eggs, or even just one of them, because of how much it could buy for him. Like, it could buy an army for him, for instance. And so I look at that and I go, Euron is too calculating, too smart for that. So did he actually instead pay the Faceless Men a dragon egg? This to me makes a lot of sense. A dragon egg is worth a ton. It would probably be worse the killing of a king. But then it would also connect to something else. Because if that was the case, right, if the Faceless Men were hired to kill Balon, it would almost add up to what Jaqen seems to be doing in Old Town, trying to find out more information about the dragons. Especially if they were paid with a dragon egg, they might be wanting to know, how do we hatch a dragon of our own? With Daenerys having dragons right now in the East right now, maybe the Faceless Men are saying, well, what if we can have a dragon? The dragons are coming back into the world. Magic is coming back into the world. It's becoming even stronger than it was before. We see that, for instance, with like the warlocks at Karth. What if that is the case, that the Faceless Men are actually connected to Euron, that they almost have this same vested interest in the dragons? Euron, who's allegedly trying to claim a dragon using Dragonbinder and maybe is manipulating Victarion to blow it so that he gets a dragon. We're still not sure if that's actually his motivation, or is he trying to find out how to kill dragons? It would make sense why he would then be going to Old Town. But the Faceless Men as well also would want to know both of that information, especially given their ties to Valyria. Do they have some sort of secret pact? Is there some sort of connection between them? And will we find that out in The Winds of Winter if we ever get the book, of course? It seems to me very interesting because it would help connect the storylines. It would really help connect the Faceless Men and Euron specifically, because those are two of the main plots right now going on with Sam. Now, of course, Sam is going to be finding out this other secret information or how to fight the others. It's also something that maybe Euron and the Faceless Men could be interested in because of the rise of the others at this point. Who knows? We don't have all the puzzle pieces. And so this video is kind of to show there is a link possibly between the two that could really have some sort of sway and influence over the rest of the story.